Welcome to another Sapphic Lit author pop-up. Today we have Jazzy Mitchell. Jazzy, how you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me here. I'm so
I,
excited.
I'm love having you here. It's great to see you. We're going to talk today about your book, You Matter. Can you tell us a little about the book?
The book is about a disgruntled former client tries to kill the attorney, goes on a rampage, shooting everyone left and right. And the paralegal, who happens to be in love with the attorney, protects her but gets hurt in the process. That's the
Okay.
short. That's the
Yeah.
short end of it.
So it's a comedy.
So it's a comedy.
Right.
It starts with that rampage, but then we go back 6 months and we see how
Okay.
the paralegal and the attorney are basically falling in love, and then after the event, you see how that progresses.
Oh, I love it. I love when books change, mix up time. I love that. So it takes place in a Boston law firm. Why did you use that setting?
Well, I'm a Massachusetts attorney, and I use some of my experiences within the legal profession, within law firms, uh, in this book, but also in a couple of my other books. For example, Reggie defended Frank Hogan in a civil suit where he was sued while trying. Well, what he did was he tried to fix a boiler in a duplex. He didn't do a good job, and the duplex blew up, and all the renters' belongings were lost. So they sued him. So that's based on an actual Massachusetts court case. So I used some of that.
Ah,
And although I'm glad to report we didn't have anyone storming the law firm trying to kill us because we lost a case, we did have something similar where we were defending someone in a criminal matter. And with those types of matters, we required a non-refundable deposit. Well, his colleagues came and stormed our law firm and demanded the money back, and they weren't going to take no for an answer.
wow. Do they have baseball bats?
No, but they have very large fists and that "don't fuck with me" kind of look on their
Right.
face. So,
I love it. I love
like,
it.
okay, you can have your money back.
But I'll use the word wicked pissa. Um,
Yeah.
so let's go back to you, Matt, for a second. So several scenes include food. How do you use those scenes to kind of deepen the relationships with the characters?
I love writing scenes with people around food. I love putting them in restaurants or during the holiday season or whatever's happening because you get to learn a lot about these characters indirectly. You get to learn how they treat the staff if they're at a restaurant. You get to see what kind of foods they like and why they might like it. You see even how they act when there's a silence at the table. You see how they interact with the other people at the table. So you can learn a lot about someone's personality without saying it directly in the book. So it's one of my most fun techniques to use when I'm writing a book. And besides that, I just love food. So anytime I can talk about it, I'm going to.
Yeah. Any special food you like more than others, or?
Oh, well, I love Italian food. And in Massachusetts, we have the North End in Boston. Every single restaurant is lovely and wonderful. I even put Chrissy and Reggie at one of those restaurants a couple times in You Matter.
I love it. I love it. Did they have trouble finding parking? I'm just kidding.
No, no,
So,
yeah, right. You have to know the tricks.
right. Are you writing a sequel to this book?
I am actually. I'm about
Okay.
halfway through right now. It takes place 5 years after Frank Hogan dies. That's a bit of a spoiler, so I
Okay.
apologize. But he does die because he tries to shoot Reggie again, this time at her house later on in the book, and he ends up getting shot down. So, anyways, 5 years later, his daughter, who was around 15, 16 at the time of the events of You Matter, now wants revenge for her father's death. She is convinced that it was the law firm and Reggie and Chrissy's fault. She knows nothing about what was going on behind the scenes, of course, but she wants to avenge her father. So she goes into a paralegal program, gets an internship at the law firm, and she's going to find out everything about Chrissy and Reggie and ruin their lives. Now, she's only 21. She thinks she knows everything. She knows nothing. She goes ahead with her plan, even though she starts to like them and feels conflicted. She goes through with it, and there are disastrous consequences for her.
Okay. I have to tune in. That sounds good. I love
Thanks.
sequels. All right. So how can readers find you and your books?
Well, several ways. We have our website, which is penlightpress.com. I'm also a publisher for that for Launch Point Press, which is what this is through, and also Desert Palm Press. Can also get them at all the regular avenues, such as Bella Publishing. They carry our books too, which is wonderful. to have. We also have Amazon and Barnes and Noble, Kobo, Draft to Digital. I mean, there's so many ways
Okay.
that you can get my book. So I hope you
Well,
will.
that's great. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. It was great to talk with you, Jazzy.
Thanks. Thanks so much.
All right. Good to see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.